I just gotta get back to running the ball, but like out of like different formations and not just stretch all the time. I think I'll just stretch, dive, and inside zone. I gotta figure out how to like maybe throw in like a counter or like a toss once in a while or something.
Only if you know those runs work. Like if they high
Yeah.
percentage runs, like I'm not gonna run a run that I've never ran before. It's not gonna be a high percentage run to me. Like I will go practice that run first before I make it part of my arsenal. You just gotta run what you're good at running. Just run it. Just find different ways to make it creative, bro. Like it's doing the same shit over and over again, but being more creative when you do it. Because right now we all just gonna line up, shut you down by blitzing corners and daring you to throw, and then you ain't gonna be able to throw.
Hmm.
That blitz don't get there, and then you fuck. Simple as that. You know what I mean? Like so, you just gotta. I don't know. You just gotta get better. Like I said, you just gotta find a way to get better. You gotta build off of how you was winning and build off of that. So imagine that Super Bowl run you had where everybody was scared to death of your run left, right, left, and then you started passing the ball a little bit more. You had 3 or 4 pass plays that you was perfect at running. You know it in your heart that you know what your reads are. You'd have came out and gave us that instead of the same pattern every time you got the ball.
Yeah.
Might be winning more now right now because you still like you play rock real close, you play Bigger Valley real close, you playing the games close, you're just not winning them now.
Hmm. Yeah, I still play like close games with my division. I just need to that extra like oomph to like get the W, you know? Because like I only lose by like 3 or 7 points every single time if it's a close game.
So what adjustment can you make, exactly. Situation when you need a field goal or you need a first down that you need to add to your game?
Yeah. My next 4 games are huge.
For me, it was giving people something they ain't seen before, so you can't guess like, oh, well, he ain't eye tight.
Yeah.
It's right. Man, what the fuck was nigga? That pistol? What the fuck about the good? And if you think you won't, I need to go now because I can keep it.
Yeah, because I think everybody's used to me running like out of like shotgun now, and yeah, shotgun.
You go to shotgun, it's inside zone. It's no trust to. It's no making yourself second guess. When I play you, I know if I see a formation, I don't give a fuck. I can limit it to 3 plays, and good people can stop you. Limited to 3 plays. It's some people like a pride, like
Yeah.
for some.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go! 90 Wolf! 950 fake. Sam on! Check, check. Lucky,
Yeah.
lucky. Check 99! Check 99! Say. See Griffin!
They'll run on first down. Braxton, only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, here we go! Oh! Mike 5-4.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw it is Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We haven't advanced yet,
If I'm
right?
not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Did he beat that guy by 40, folks? Or next? At advance.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
You not putting 40 points up on Rich. You think I'm going to just get that shit and make that?
Bro, he's going to put 40. He's going to put 40. He wants it on Calvin.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Sorry.
2nd and 14. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Hopefully. Are we going to advance for the Patriots game?
This rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
All right, bet. I want to try and play Mark
they liked his
before.
measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really
game was
liked
good.
about him.
Ravens
The one who goes
49ers.
after the football, competes for it, and
And he's not able to
You
get
guys see that
away.
game?
Sacked back at the 22.
Ravens 9.
well, there's still
Ravens
time to
9ers.
rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send
24-0
this one
for
away.
the Chiefs already.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Wow.
A beautiful fake.
34-0.
And he will be brought down
34-0
here
Rams
at
over
about the
Cardinals. That's kind of
17-yard line.
surprising.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Block again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now it's a quarterback third, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Get that quarterback. Everyone, 37's the mic. Mic 37. I'm coming. Everyone, 37's the mic.
I don't think they'll. I don't think they'll lose.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Everyone, 37's the mic. Mic 37. And we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
Back to throw now on first down.
Well, he does
And
have
that is caught.
D-Hop and Will Fuller.
Cowboys. A
But I mean,
12-yard touchdown
D-Hop.
grab. And the Cowboys,
D-Hop's
they
gonna
push
be
out
on.
in
Gilmore
front
gonna be on
further.
D-Hop. Okay.
Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0.
We will see what happens.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 9, Locke eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right side. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back.
Check my 50. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all play.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's got his tight end fan. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Rabbit. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Now on 2nd and 13. Locke dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Talk about flipping the script. That punt return, 86 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores, or 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. 21-0 our score after 1.
Catch.
Down. 70. Indy.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case, because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Bro, we went off and chat again today,
And
bro.
he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
We got 4. We got 4.
Now a give, right side. Braxton. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
It'll be real interesting to take a look at this play later, because on this pitch toss play, I get the sense that he just followed the pulling guard or the pulling offensive lineman through that hole and spilled this play early.
Yeah, because he didn't even get to the outer third of the field. He was tackled in the middle third.
Yeah, when you're talking about a pitch or a toss tackled there, that means they read it fast and diagnosed it and knocked him down in a hurry.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Back.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Now this throw caught left side, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Back to throw here, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And we've hit the
he rolling safety over there.
Of action.
Yeah.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd and 7, Locke. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
Let's go. Let's go. At their own 23-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. On first down, Braxton. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Down. Hey, Wahoo. 30 base. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Coming.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And the pressure gets to him again. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Watch tight. Tight is right. We got three, fellas. 24 is the mic. You must be dreaming. 24 is the mic.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. That one goes for 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A 29-yard attempt.
And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
And we're going 37's the mic. Mike 37. Hey, watch the slant.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play.
Wow.
Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Hey, switch gears. Switch to set. Pull it. Now. Flare.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Josh Adams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
I think your stream's behind it.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here.
Huh?
It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll run on first down. Braxton, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
From the 22, Locke, and he finds Howard complete. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On first down, Braxton, and this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. Braxton. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Locke to throw. That went into the hands of Hamilton. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke leaping, and he makes the grab. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Go now. 94. Let's go. Now.
And they give this time to the tailback. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game, because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they knock that deficit down from 29 to 26. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And sevens and probably even eights. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do...
It's caught inside the 25 and all the way down to the 22-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Powering, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence, his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. On 2nd down, here's Locke. Incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Locke going to go on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Locke, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Locke going to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. DeMarcus Lawrence. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after on the ball. Get it.
On 3rd down, Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Locke to throw for it on 4th. Looking deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Did you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. I got you.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Block. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Damn.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Tonight.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Can't play for
Nice
like
job
80
bringing that one back.
straight
14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the back? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Draymond Jones. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw here.
Oh, come on. You got to catch that, man.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
A gain of 9 yards. And a Cowboy first down.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. Shakes off the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts.
That'll
leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Way back at the 19 now. What do they have here on third and goal? Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Pilot, 64. Weak. Bravo. Hey, it's our house. Fair. 10.
Shift! Watch the shift!
Throwing on third and long. Lock. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on fourth down, but they're going once more. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
24 is the mic. Hey, keep it up.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Tight end right.
2nd and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.
This nigga team
what are they
unfair
clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Damn,
So for
had
Dallas,
33 yards.
it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
He threw more picks than me, but shit, it didn't matter.